Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. After 2 weeks on the road, they're finally ready for the home opener at Arrowhead Stadium. Standing by on the call, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few moments ago, the emotional leader of the Chiefs defense, Eric Berry, making his way out of the tunnel. He and his mates will get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
On first down, Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. He finds an opening past the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Off play action, Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Drake. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 11 carries, 89 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
This is Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Here we go. Green, 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing. quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Defensively, here's how they will line it up for Kansas City. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown. The new season, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Hunt. Hunt, hunt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ace, ace. Kill, kill. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Hunt, 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 hunt.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A toss play to Hunt. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run it now. This is Charcandrick West. And he stopped immediately there. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Left. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
So. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra, try and jostle the arm of the runner and knock it free. And that's what we just saw there.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Tannehill now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
The return man is Hill. And Hill running right through it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Mahomes now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT, and he'll get this one out to...
You gotta be kidding me.
Field stripe.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Tannehill now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air again, Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching.
They got his man, complete. Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got to...
And oh, it's blocked.
They don't want it, boys. They don't want it. They don't want it. Fumble!
Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The dangerous Hill now to return. Uses the spin, and pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Z. Ready. Green.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Eddie Goldman able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Stop right there. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Tannehill. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now here comes Kansas City. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but
Still
all for
first
nothing
down.
on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ace. Ace. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Hut. Hut.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Left, 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 left. Hut. Hut, hut.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ready.
Mahomes to throw on second down. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And that pickup will be good for a first down. Give him 10 yards exactly on the quick slant.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mahomes going to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the I.
Green 39. Left, 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 left. Hut, 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 hut.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, 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 left. Hut, 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 hut.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Hunt, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release, where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong, usually, for one person to handle.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Right back to Drake. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Tannehill. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded inside the 5, fighting him off. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mahomes now to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Delay of game offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Green, 90, green.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Here we go now. Green, 90, green, 90.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Now Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Conley's got it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Green, 90. Green, 90. Ace, ace.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and